Hello YouTube and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Lucas and I want to be talking to you about energetic sovereignty. And first of all, we have to talk about sovereignty. What is sovereignty? It's kind of a nice word. It's been used in politics. It's been used for describing the throne of kings. But sovereignty is the home of yourself. A sovereign being would be a being that is fully self sufficient, that understands that all the energy around you is yours and that it should be serving you. If it's not serving you, it's because you have a low sense of self worth and that you have that the world that comes into you is misaligned is because of the belief systems you have. The belief systems you have can be configured, and I have a whole course that can show you this, but you could also do it yourself if you want. But basically, the holographic nature of the world. The light you have. Let's say you are light, you are flame, basically, and the world will be shown in this light, and it will come forth in this light, and you will be commanding it in this light and in this way. And so you set out on an adventure. You go out the door, and everything comes to you. You don't even really have to walk. You can just sit on the bench, and things will come to you. So that's a trust you have to have. You have to stop. You have to stop. You really have to stop to try to manage everything, because the human can't really manage what is going on. It is for the soul to manage it all. You are here to experience and just love the experience, and learn to love the experience, and learn to love yourself here. So with that said, you need to stop trying to fix yourself. You need to start to realize that you just don't know yourself well enough. You're probably also not. You're not. I was gonna say defend this your own sovereignty, but you have to be aware that you don't give out your energy to anyone who doesn't deserve it, and that you don't let people suppress you. And they will only do this if you allow them to, and you will only have these experiences if you allow these experiences in, and that you first of all have a mindset that is destructive to yourself. So self-improvement would first of all have to be a mental thing, and you can go very far just mentally, and it's basically, well, I'm sorry, not mentally. We have to distinguish between mental and consciousness, and what you want to do is stay with your consciousness, be aligned with your consciousness, and your I am presence, and basically the world responds to your I am presence, and your I am presence is the commanding nature of just your presence, just your beingness, just being in existence is creating the world around you. It's a quite an incredible feat, but you don't have to understand it. Well, you have to be conscious about it, but you won't ever at least as a human, truly know exactly how it works. You'll just see that it works because it's kind of amazing. So you have to trust the experience, and you have to, I'd say, just flow, and don't try to understand. Don't try to organize it. Don't try to plan it. Just get out there. What I did for myself in this situation is that I created a container, so I know that I would have somewhere for this energy to fill in. So I created this brand that you see here. So I know that money could flow in this way, and I created the Sovereign Clarity course platform. But ultimately, that is not even necessary to have abundance and a fulfilling life. Everything will come in anyway. I just needed to do it to rid myself of my mental, to no longer give myself a mental excuse of not receiving enough. I created the container to just have, okay, I was just thinking, like, I create the container and then I leave it, and then I walk out the door and I have these containers to fill up my cup every day. You fill up your cup in a lot of ways. But a sovereign being will be a being that has the containers to fulfill and uplift and enrich their life. It would be a being that is not attached to anyone else's karma. It's a sovereign being, is a independent being. It's a being that understands that itself comes first, that it needs to understand and love itself and expand itself first and foremost. It's a being that does not help others in the old traditional way necessarily. A sovereign being will be helping others by showing them the way and the light, but they don't necessarily go over there and pick them up, because a sovereign being should know that they are also a sovereign being. They're also the creator of their reality. A sovereign being is not taking anything from anyone else. That's also very important. You don't let yourself be taken advantage of, but you don't take advantage of others either, because this paradigm that is in this abuser victim state is a paradigm of lack. It's a paradigm of fear. It's a belief of fear and belief of lack and scarcity. So if you think you have to go out there and take energy from someone else, then you are not understanding that you are a sovereign being, that all the energy is already yours, that there's basically nothing to take. It will only reduce your own understanding and capacity, and it will diminish your ability to rely on yourself and your own energy, which is all the energy there is just yours. It's just your energy. And that's also if you take from others, not only if you are the victim, right? Both these are based on this understanding. So this is very crucial to know that that energetic sovereign being and energy sovereign being is not participating in the abuser victim paradigm. They are not participating in the drama. They're not wanting to engage in anything that takes anything away from someone else or some other, or and they know that everything they need springs out of their reality, because they are the creator themselves and of the world around you. And that if you see other beings, it's your projection of the other beings. It is another being, there is another soul, but the body, everything you see, everything you are in contact with, is your projection of the reality. Let that sink in. That means that every experience that you ever had is of your own making or for your own creation. And that you need to take responsibility for every fucking thing around you. Just your illness, your lack of money, even your boss being a fucking asshole to you. Like, you are in that situation yourself. You can just leave at any point. You think you're not worth it, so you think you only deserve this treatment, and you cannot leave, and because you think you're not capable of doing something else. Of course you are. It's a belief system that you're holding that you need to rid yourself of, which I have some tactics for in my course. But again, you can still be conscious about it yourself, and try to be conscious of what is this that is happening, because you can also be feeding on this like victimhood, right? If you're feeding on victimhood, you are basically reducing yourself as well, and you're not seeing that you are a great, abundant being. So if you're letting yourself be victimized, it's a huge problem for having a world that you would want to be in and love. And it's also a state of mind that is not self-loving, it's not self-knowing, because when you begin to realize how great a being you truly are, how masterful you really are when you are just in this flow state of mind, right? then it's a joke to tell yourself you're not worth anything, because you will know inherently that it is, or that you've always been like that, and that the whole human experience, where you get all these realizations about yourself being small and so on, is just because you've forgotten who you are, and you're pretending to be a human, which is a kind of a weird thought, right? But it's because you forget, so then you pretend, and it's kind of on purpose, but it's kind of also overdue that we start realizing that we're not subject to anything but our own creation. So with that, I'll leave you to it, to understand what I've been saying, and hopefully you've got something out of it. Bye.